Welcome to another video segment of HamptonsChatter.com. I'm Patrick McLaughlin, along with Dawn Watson, features editor from the Southampton Press, and author and Hamptons historian. Can I go to Hamptons historian?
Sure, it makes me feel even older, but yeah, why not?
You like the Ben Franklin, Stephen Gaines, author of Philistines at the Hedgerow.
Go back to 400 BC, even before the Indians, I was going to say, even before the Native Americans were here, I was here.
Your first job, you were paid in wampum.
I was paid in wampum, which were made from seashells. Did you know that?
I did know that,
The shells
actually.
at the beach, yeah.
Is that why you actually, when you paid me back for dinner last week, you gave me
Yes,
seashells?
it's true. You should see my credit card.
Anyway, but one of the things, speaking of credit cards, one of the things we keep hearing over and over again is the Hamptons is just not an affordable place for the average Joe anymore. And I'm going to throw this out to you, Dawn, first, because I know this is something you've probably covered in the past for the Southampton Press. And what do you find out there?
Well, I think that when you're talking about housing, land ownership, home ownership, it is definitely not affordable, and we don't have a huge rental market here. But if you're already here in the Hamptons, there are plenty of things to do that are free or very low cost. So you can go, we can talk about this later, but you can go pretty much anywhere, any day of the week, to do something that is low cost or no cost.
Right.
So,
well, we're going to hit on that in just
yes.
a second. Stephen, I'm going to throw it over to you. What do you think about have the Hamptons just become too, sort of, is exorbitant the right word for the average Joe?
Well, I think it has been for a long time, and I think it's caused us a serious problem. There is nothing affordable for people who have regular jobs. You know, the people who really populate the Hamptons all year round, the first responders, the plumbers, the workmen, and all the rest of that, they can't find places to live out here. People have to come here from somewhere else. And the worst part of it is, I think, is that when children who grow up here have no place to go, no place where they can rent a home. I know somebody, his family has been here 16 generations, and she was thrilled to be able to buy 1/3 of an acre in Springs. So I think there is a big problem. I think our children move away because they can't afford to live here. I think it's very unhealthy for our economy. I think we're prisoners of a 3-month economy, and I think that that's a bad thing. And I don't also think we're looking to the future. I think that we have to try to attract more low-density businesses out here. Maybe a software company, which won't bring trucks in and out and stuff. It just could give jobs to 30 or 40 people. So I think the answer is, yes, it's impossible out here for a regular person, not a big Wall Street person.
Speaking of industries out here in the Hamptons and jobs, it seems like everyone I know, yes, is a real estate agent because I am one, but there are very few jobs out here. It's either real estate agent, you work in retail, restaurants, or maybe, some sort of tradesman. Are there any industries out here in the Hamptons, Dawn?
well, I think, we have probably the biggest industry is the Southampton Hospital. But I think that, as far as we are concerned, I'm a writer. Pretty much every artist and writer I know, if they're not already at the pinnacle of their success, they work 2 or 3 jobs, as do I. And I think that you see that more and more frequently. People who are year-rounders who want to make it here, they find the most affordable place to live, and they work 2 or 3 jobs in order to live here comfortably. Okay. So that's what I see. In my job, I get every event listing that happens from East Hampton to West Hampton, or from Montauk to West Hampton Beach. And so I frequently see free or low-cost things. But join the museum. Go and buy a membership at Guildhall or at the Parish. We're talking about $50 a year, and members get in free or severely discounted things. I just presented at the Parish 2 weeks ago for Pachachaka. You did that too, right? Did you do that?
What's Pachachaka?
It's a presentation where they get a bunch of different local people to talk about what they've done, and you do these 20-second presentations via slide. Carter Burwell, who is a composer, he does all the Coen Brothers films, he participated as well. $10, an hour and a half worth of entertainment. He was worth the price of admission. They were sold out. There were like 350 people there that night.
So the Hamptons is not for the rich only. We just need to reach out and sort of explore and find.
I just must say one other thing, and I know you want to cut, we have to go, but I was thinking in terms of retirement, just toying with the idea about 6 weeks ago or 2 months ago, right. And I thought if I retired, what would I do? And I went to the newspapers, to the local newspapers, and I read the Help Wanted ads, and there's nothing. There's nothing. If you want to drive around an elderly person, I mean, there are very, very few things. If you want to be a bookkeeper, maybe at a plumbing supply store. But there was really nothing to do, so I decided not to retire.
Good thing, and that's good for us. Dawn Watson, Southampton Press Features editor, thank you. Stephen Gaines, author of Philistines at the Hedgerow.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.